lovely people. My name is Amna, and if you're new to my channel or you do not follow me on my Instagram, this is what we are doing from this video on. I posted stories about the series which I'll be starting by the book The Power of Positive Thinking. This is the recent book I am reading by Norman Vincent Peale. Now, what we'll be doing is I'll be reading out the book topic by topic, and I'll be making a video so that we all can gather and walk on the pathway of positive thinking to build a mindset of positive thinking, or I'll be posting a reel about each specific topic, like a subtopic, each specific subtopic on my Instagram. So let's move on.
But I'll be on it always, always and ever.
Okay. Basically, we all hear people saying to us, believe in yourself. Whenever we start a new thing, they always say, believe in yourself, even if you fall. Believe in yourself, even if you rise up. Believe in yourself, even if you're having a roller coaster ride, ups and downs in your life. But what does the term believe in yourself even mean? They never elaborate us, like, how do we believe in ourselves? First of all, believing in ourselves means believing in our abilities. Believing whatever we do in our life, if we're doing it, we'll do it correctly. Because there is no one other like you. You are the one named Hamna, you are the one named Aisha, you are the one named Laiba, and no one can ever be you. Each person may have their own abilities and they're believing their own abilities, but no person can be you. This is the main phrase, this is the main mindset we all need, that no person can be you. Believe in yourself that you are unique, believe in yourself that you are the one who is made by Allah Ta'ala to do that specific task. Now I know that having self-confidence in yourself, this is not necessary that every time you believe in yourself, you have faith in your abilities, you may succeed. But self-confidence is the key. Girls, boys, self-confidence is the key. If you do not have self-confidence, even on the points you are succeeding, you will fall. There are chances, if you do not have confidence in yourself, if you always trust others' advices, if you do not have belief in your decisions, what you are deciding, even, okay, listen to me. If you start a business, you take advices, it's good to take advices. It's good to take advices, but not everyone's advices should be heard. Not everyone's advices should be followed. You may hear their advices, you may consider that, a little bit amount of that, but you must not doubt yourself. But you must not believe others more than your inner self. There'll be some points you will fall. But if you will have the self-confidence, you will grow up. You'll have the confidence to grow up again. If you fall, you lose all the confidence in yourself, there will be no one. Others can only console you. They cannot make you rise up. There are a few people, except your parents, except some very close friends or other people, who help you grow up again from the 0 point. If you fall to the 0 point, there are like 1 to 3% chances of other people making you grow up again. But if you have the self-confidence yourself, you're not dependent on others. That the amount of belief you need in yourself is immense. First thing which this book tells us to do, by the thing we can believe in ourselves, is this line, to repeat this line, that only Allah can strengthen us. And if we believe in Allah more than ourselves, if we leave every affair, if we leave every matter, if we leave every problem, everything that happens in our life in the hands of Allah, He may solve it. But Allah asks us to believe ourselves. Allah asks us to do the hard work as well. We cannot leave everything in the hands of Allah. We cannot go into an exam by not preparing for it and asking Allah to pass us. This is not realistic. We must be realistic in our goals. You must be realistic in making demands to Allah as well. So whenever you feel low, whenever you feel you're falling apart, whenever you feel you're doubting yourself, just repeat the words, only Allah can strengthen me, only Allah can strengthen me, only He is capable of giving me strength. The more you express yourself in front of Allah, the more you remind yourself of Allah, you will see that hardships will vanish. Eventually hardships will vanish. You will gain the self-confidence, you will gain the immense power you need to stand up again from the fall you were in. One major thing which I want to discuss in this video, a sign of the people who do not believe themselves. We have often seen people who yap too much, who seem to be mature, who had a good qualification, who are in a good position, who are in a good rank, but they speak too much. They cannot keep things inside of themselves. They cannot keep secrets. They cannot keep their feelings inside of themselves. No matter if they're introverts, still they cannot keep their secrets inside themselves. They keep talking and talking and talking about their own matters, about other matters. That's when we realize they are the hunt of the inferiority complex. This word is like so basic. This word is misunderstood by many of the people. What does inferiority complex means? That does not mean a person who has inferiority complex is deprived by many of his needs, or no, he must be living a very good life, he must be living a lavish life, but he could have inferiority complex in each and every small details of what other person have. We do not know if he has inferiority complex in his studies, if he has in his color, in his race, in his education, anything. We do not know this. Okay, there's a story of one businessman. He was very qualified. He was a very qualified businessman, but he was not hired by a CEO. The author of this book, Norman Vincent, wrote that the CEO of that company came to him, asked him that I want to hire that man because he's so qualified. He's perfect for our company, but I cannot trust him in my confidential matters. And I guess it's right. The CEOs of the company wants persons who are like who can keep their information confidential from other things. But he talks too much. The basic complaint he did was that he talks too much and he cannot keep secrets. But the author's answer to him cleared all his confusion. He said the person might be going through inferiority complex, and to compensate that inferiority complex, he speaks too much. We often see people who cannot bear the achievement of other people. Like if they see other people, they're like, yeah, this could be done easily, or this could be done by myself too. What's so big? What's a big deal in it? Like they never appreciate anyone. If you see someone never appreciating anyone, you might understand that they are in the inferiority complex. And which sense of inferiority complex are they in? You must assume that, you must think that what is the life they're living, what is short in their needs, what is short in their habits, or whatever. And apparently not everyone who took A's or A stars or like higher grades in school also took A's or A stars in the practical life. No, the one who takes C's in the school can be more successful than you in the practical life. Because I've seen the toppers, they only just, mostly of them are bookworms. They just read and read and read and read. They do not have the practical knowledge. They do not know how to put the knowledge they're reading into their practical lives. While the ones who are taking like B's or C's, they are into more many things. My father always used to say, I do not know if you're not into studies. I do not want your positions. I do not want your ranks. All of these can be covered if you are in other curricular activities, and that's by believing yourself. Let me tell you one thing. When I started my YouTube channel, I have zero self confidence. I had zero belief. Even now, even I'm not saying that I am very self confident about myself or like I have too much belief in myself. No. Even sometimes now my inner Hamna says, Hamna, nothing is going to happen. You're not going anywhere with this thing. The reach is going down or something. But no, this is the sole reason I'm making this video, because I gained self confidence because of all the things. The things that let me down make me go up. Yeah, the things that let me down make me go up more. This is the power of positive thinking. Like, if those things are letting you down, you have to submerge. You have to submerge a positive thinking about that, and you have to make those things a source of going up. The things which are letting you down, make them a source of yours going up. Like if your reach is going down, be so self-confident that you say it doesn't matter, I'm doing it for my own passion, I'm doing it for my own fun. I'm fine with it. Even now I don't have enough subscribers, and I don't have enough followers, but many of my friends always says, oh Hamna, you're like, we're so social, you're in social media, can you please do that, or can you please do the socialism and interaction with other people through your social media. And that makes me happy, that really makes me happy, even though I do not have a big reach, even though I do not have many followers. But this is the thing I was hoping to get one day. Like someone just comes to me, even if one of the person compliments you, take it as a compliment. It's not easy to ignore the negative comments, but it's not easy to ignore the positive comment as well. That one positive comment can make your day, can make your whole week, or can make your whole month. Lack of confidence is one of the major problems that is besetting people today. If you take a survey is mentioned in this book that a survey was taken in a university, and 90% of the population was a hunt of lack of self-confidence. Like they had a lack of self-confidence. Now, what does lack of self-confidence mean? You may meet people who say, yeah, we're all fine. We believe ourselves. I'm getting good. I'm getting good grades. I'm doing good. But sometimes you would see them when they're called suddenly to give a presentation, they do not believe themselves. The person who is fully prepared but he has no self-confidence will always utter words out of confusion, will always be in a state of perplexity. He would not have a clear idea. He would have vague mindset. He would have vague point of view of everything. While a person who has self-confidence, if like suppose a teacher comes in the classroom and he selects a person, he has self-confidence about the topic, even though he did not know the topic, but he'll speak so confidently. Maybe the teacher would be impressed by the way he's speaking, by the way he's explaining things. Like yeah, it's a matter of point. When you're giving a presentation, the teacher see your body language, your way of speaking, your way of presentation, everything. Okay, so if you feel defeated, just sit down, take a paper, and write the factors, not the factors that are against you in your life. Write the factors that works in the favor of you. Even, okay, there was a man, he said that he has lost everything because his business went down to zero. He said that everything he has earned in his life has gone zero. The author said to him, just sit down and take a piece of paper and write everything you think you have. He said, I have nothing left. Like, I have nothing left in the way of money, in the way of property. I have zero thing left. The writer took out a paper. First of all, he said, is there any children you have got? He said, yes. Is your wife with you? He said, yes. Have you got any sincere friends? He said, yes. Have you got a shelter? Like, do you have a shelter to live? He said, yes. The writer wrote down and made a list. He said, you have all these valuable things. You have your children to play with, you have your wife to spend time, you have a shelter to live in. You're doing good. Your children are earning, they can help you. You're in such an old age to and just stop thinking about what you do not have. Just think about what you had. Just think about how you can earn the benefit from the things you have had. How can you earn the peace of mind from the things you have had? So write down all of the positive factors that works in the favor of you. They will assume a formidable strength, like you will assume a formidable strength that you do not actually possess. But when you re-go of all the positive factors that you have written down, you will feel a sense of positivity. I have so many things. There is nothing that can let me down. Allah Ta'ala is with me. I pray 5 times a day. I worship Allah Ta'ala. I make dua to Him. I have so many things. I have my family. I have my sincere friends with me. You will start believing in your life. You'll start having the self-confidence. You will start regaining the self-confidence in yourself. Your inner powers will reassert themselves, and with the help of Allah Ta'ala, you will lift yourself to the rise. You'll fall, you'll fall, you'll fall. But there would be some point when you will be tired of falling down, when you have to do these things, when you have to regain your self-confidence. You cannot live your whole life by putting yourself down. You cannot live your whole life by believing in others' decisions. You cannot live your whole life by trusting others and doubting your own decisions. You have to work for yourself. You stop dreaming. Okay, there is a phrase, stop dreaming and start working. The point where you stop dreaming is the point where you start believing in yourself. Is the point where you start believing in the reality. And believing in the reality, believing in yourself is the most important key point to rise up. One of the most important point, which is a sure cure of this lack of self-confidence, is to think that Allah Ta'ala is with us and He is helping us. Only He is capable of doing what a human mind, what a human physical body cannot do. Only He is capable. There is a quote, how bigger the problem is, the bigger your dua must be to Allah Ta'ala. If you have a smaller problem, it's okay. It can be dealt with making smaller duas. But you have a huge problem, if you have a bigger problem, the only way to solve that is the amount you think your problem is bigger, the amount you think your problem is non-solvable, the amount of prayers you have to make to Allah Ta'ala. The bigger your problem is, the bigger your duas must be to Allah Ta'ala. The bigger your prayers must be to Allah Ta'ala. That is the only way that can solve the crisis you are in. One last lesson of today. The image you form in your mind about anything will turn out true. Okay, I put up a poll on my Instagram ID and there was a girl who commented that, do our thoughts turn into reality? What a coincidence that I read that I read the chapter of this book on the same day, and I answered in a big paragraph form, yes, they do. Your brain, mainly your brain, what does your brain do? When you form a picture, either negative or either positive in your brain about any situation, about anything you want in your life, about anything that is foremost or that is coming into your life, your brain tends to fulfill that with your actions. Your brain performs your action or keens you to perform that action in the same way you were thinking. If you have a positive image of that thing, if for example, if you are fully prepared for your exam, but in your mind you are thinking, I cannot do it, the exam will be so tough, there is a 90% chance when you'll go into the exam hall, when you'll sit down, you'll be blank. You will be in perplexity, you'll be in confusion of what I'm doing. Like, if you would have known that answer, you would have a lack of confidence, you would not be able to solve that answer. And when you will come out of the exam hall, you say, oh, I knew it, yeah, but I did not write it. Why? Because you were doubting yourself. Sweetie, who asked you to doubt yourself? You must not doubt yourself. You must not doubt your abilities. Have faith in them. If you are not having faith in your abilities, how do you expect others to believe yourself? How do you expect others to have faith in your abilities? The main thing was, however, whatever the image you are developing about any situation, about anything, about any problem that is coming into your life, is how that thing would be. If you're developing a positive image, there are a whole lot chance your brain will make you act in that way to make that thing positive, because your brain fulfills the command that is given to it. Okay, if you visualize one thing, that is also the command we're giving to our brain, either in a positive way. Our brain does not care if he's getting a positive or a negative command, he just fulfills it. That's how our brain works. So this is the thing that I've been hearing this thing since I was a child. My mama, papa always used to say, Hamna, think positive, whatever the situation is. It's easy to say, it's difficult to implement in your life. It's very easy to say, okay, think positive. But if a negative thought is coming into your mind, you have to forcefully get a positive thought to repel that. If you're not getting a positive thought, immediately to repel that negative thought would take over all of your mind and you'll act in that way. Also, the topics which are very short in this, I'll be posting a reel about those on Instagram, so do follow me there. And it was very difficult for me to make this video as well, because I'm not habitual of speaking so much in front of the camera, and I'm not habitual of speaking so frequently in English, but I'm improving. That's what we all are doing. We all are on the self-improvement journey. And if anyone of you had watched the video full, you must have known how much I stutter while speaking English. But that's what we are accomplishing. We are trying to believe ourselves, we are trying to believe our abilities, we are trying to have faith in ourselves. Everyone who is using a platform has started the channel or that platform from zero. And if you're on the halfway of your vision board, that's already a great thing. That's already a great achievement for yourself. And I guess this was the only thing I have to say for today. See you in the next video. Bye.